So I will talk and take you a bit more about a process, how we can address this kind of studies. And I would like first to talk about a few principles first. Because even if things don't go horribly wrong, as Terry has described, still study design is a very crucial factor which qualitatively and quantitatively will influence the quality of your results. It's one of the most important factors. I mean, people are very happy to spend millions here. Yeah, a lot of work, a lot of hard effort, a lot of cash here. Yeah, we are spending our money on expensive machines, and we are spending a lot of time in the lab. But as Terry has already mentioned, basically all of our experiments are comparative. And I would claim that even classification experiments, for example, in some sense are comparative. Or even if we have a target value, we are always comparing. We are comparing responders to non-responders, short survival and long survival, and so on. So, or different molecular subtypes. Yeah? So we get our information by comparing sets of numbers. And so it's not just important which numbers are we measuring here, what are we measuring here, which technology are we using, but also what are we comparing here. This kind of dimension, the study design dimension, determines as critically as this dimension what your outcome will be. Yeah? So in principle, you should spend a lot of effort and money here as well in this dimension. All right. This dimension matters just as much. Now, I'm afraid there are also some psychological obstacles, and sometimes in the real world these can be more important than others. And that's at least my experience I'm going to discuss here. And I mean, these colleagues, they all knew Terry. Why didn't they call him in the first place? Yeah? Why didn't they spend 10 minutes, half an hour to discuss the experiment with him in the first place? He would have told them that they are going to fail before they even started the first experiment. Yeah? So they could have saved a lot of money. Well, the first reason is they might think, okay, I'm the biologist, I'm the MD, I know my problem best, I know my samples best, I can do this. And of course this is true, they know that best. But there are also some intricate statistical details of the analysis which have to be respected. And if you don't do that, you might fail in the end. Okay, so in fact, study designs means drafting the future analysis. So if you're not comfortable to write a statistical analysis plan and defend it in front of a statistician, you should probably get help in getting the statistical details right. Another point is that people might be afraid of delegating control. Yeah, so, study design. Now a statistician tells you to make a totally different study, yeah? So that might be the fear. But nothing could be further from the truth, because study design is not about what you're doing, but study design is about how you're doing it to achieve your aims, your goal. Yeah? Study design's actually giving you control over your study. Without study design, you hand over control to chance. And we all know Mr. Murphy. He will come in here. Mr. Murphy will do your study design for you. Yeah? I mean, okay, I like to draw simple conclusions to keep in mind and to convince managers. All of us probably came here by plane, right? With full control where we are going, when we are going, even which kind of seat. Would it enhance our control if we also fly the plane ourselves? I don't think for most of us not. Yeah? So it's important that somebody here which knows about the nitty-gritty of statistical analysis gets those technical details right. And by giving him control over those technical aspects, you actually make sure that you achieve your aims, that your study is successful.